Peace. Niece. What's good? Just waiting for a few more people to come on. John Tride. What's happening, man? Peace, John Trade. Andrea Bryant. The name sounds familiar. Janal, what's good, man? Amber Renee. Nikita. Hopefully we'll be able to get through this one tonight. Mujahid. Peace. When will you be back in D.C.? I'm in D.C. now. But Scott Whitaker is doing a lecture in Baltimore this Friday. I'll be at Scott Whitaker's lecture. No time soon, I'm not, yeah. Nathaniel Muhammad. Danny Malone, peace. Oh, okay, yeah, the power talk was truly deep. It's always a beautiful thing to be around the elders. Peace to the God, Michael Muhammad. What's good with you, man? Kumara Moonflower. Peace. What's good with you? Derek Easton says, peace, brother. Would you do a video about this R. Kelly mess sometime? As a matter of fact, I'm doing it tonight with Brother Rich. Him and Michael Vick. Quan Yin. Peace, sister. How you doing? All right. It's a pleasure to see you on here. Peace, Ajua. My man B Son, what's poppin', man? Checking out that Sock Med digital heroin. All right. Robin Martin, how are you? Albert Young, peace to the king. Peace, Lakim. Van Keto, what it do though? All right. King Simon, I'm trying to get that accurate math for you, bro. When I see the queen in a minute, I'm like, he said you ain't even call him. Salim, what's up, Salim? Salim, I was with your people on We Act Radio today, man. Peace, Aisha Ra. Shantae Evans. King Simon, We got to do some business, man, about December. Got something rolling off the press. I'm going to start in a few minutes. I normally wait till I get about 50, but yeah. Jalal Farrakhan. Walaikum salam, good brother. It's been a minute, fam. Glad you're doing well, beloved. I'm doing well, and I hope you're doing as well, good brother. I'm here for you. You know that. Barbara Hudson. Griff, did you get what? Oh, thank you, Barbara. Really appreciate that. Peace, Queen. Miss Soleil, how are you? All right. Yeah, Barbara, I will be, I'll be 57 in 4 weeks, I think. Yeah. I never thought I'd see 60 rolling around this quick, man. I need to slow time down. You're right, King Simon. I'm trying to learn how to eat to live. You understand? Not how to live to eat. For real. One day we're gonna talk about that, how to eat to live. Miss Kimball, how are you? Yep. Antonio, I'll be 41. You know black don't crack. All right, let me start this off. In the divine name of the Supreme Being, I want to greet everyone with a civilized greeting in a very uncivilized time. Shalom, Hotep, Assalamu alaikum, Barigani, free the land, Alafia, whatever greeting you go by. First, I want to say peace to my queen, Soleil. Happy born day. She is actually 44 years young. All right, so peace to Miss Soleil. You look kind of fine to be 44. I'll talk to you about that for real. All right. Second of all, shout out to the brothers and sisters way in the backwoods of Georgia. I mean, so in the backwoods, bruh, there was no phone service. I love you too, Soleil. No phone service, like it was off the beaten path up in the woods somewhere, but yeah, it was a beautiful thing. The brother had the courage enough to bring me out, so it was a beautiful thing. I appreciate any brother or sister's effort, all right, to that want to get on the front lines with us, man. You understand what I'm saying? Make it happen. So I take my hat off to the brother. You're right, Soleil, 717. All right, Cancer. All right, Assalamu alaikum, Jabril, what's good? All right, so tonight we're going to finish the conversation that I attempted to have on Uchenna. Nah. This is not Uchenna. Not the Uchenna I know. All right, if it is, tell me something that only you and I would know, Uchenna. Me, you, your mom, and your brother. But if it is, peace. You gotta, what time is it there? Probably, okay, if it's 9 here, it gotta be like 8 in the morning there or something. All right, anyway. All right, so yeah, this whole idea of colorism, I need to kind of piece it apart. So what I did, I'm going to try something different. I don't normally do this, but I want to be able to go into the statements that people left up under the Rock Newman clip and the Brother Rich interview that I did dealing with the Rock Newman show. So I don't normally read the comments, but I read some of the comments. I pulled some of them, And I want tonight for us to dive into the mindset, all right? The mindset of the people that actually take time to write, to think, and then write some of the stuff that they actually write. All right? Peace, Richard Thompson was good. Thompson. All right? So yeah, let's go. So maybe we can just have an open and honest, transparent dialogue, all right, about colorism. I would like to have started this off with the Willie Lynch letter so we can understand the context of the whole idea, what gave birth to this whole idea of colorism, and it's steeped into this whole idea of the Willie Lynch letter. And you have to study the Willie Lynch letter, The Making of a Slave, because in it, it talks about dividing and conquering black people by pitting our differences against one another. All right? While they control and rule us both. So if you're on here listening to me tonight and you haven't read the Willie Lynch letter, all right, do yourself a favor by reading the Willie Lynch letter. Okay? Because that's the context in which we're going to pull this conversation from. All right? If you're having a hard time wrestling with identity crisis, all right, if you are stuck in a time warp and you're having a hard time wrestling with the 150 million shades of black, but because you are ignorant to history, you may not have gotten that lesson when you should have gotten that lesson. All right? All right, so I'm going to read some of the comments and let's just dialogue. For some people, this may be a waste of your time, because people will write it off and say, well, those idiotic people, they just let them think what they want to think. But this is the mindset of the people that eventually we're going to have to deal with, whether you like it or like it not. All right? So I did an interview with Rock Newman. Soleil was invited. I was invited. We went on there. We did the Rock Newman interview. I'm sure some of y'all seen it. It was a beautiful interview. We talked about music. We talked about MCs and rappers. We talked about the whole aspect of black love. We talked about our relationship, which for right now it shouldn't be a secret to anyone. We straightened out some things on the Rock Newman show that some of y'all were even believing, which wasn't true. So we straightened all that out. Then I turned around, but because Brother Rich saw the Rock Newman interview, he wanted to have me on his show to do an interview, and we did. All right, colorism, self-imposed limits. Willie Lynch still exists today, deeply rooted in a lot of folks, and sadly, they're unaware. True. So when I talked to Brother Rich, I mean, I think I kind of went in kind of hard, and simply because the people only have this external view of Professor Griff, and most cases, I could say 98% of the time, what you're thinking about me is incorrect. All right, and then peace, my man Opio. And then the perception of Soleil, because she was an artist back in the 90s, the perception of who she is incorrect. And then us coming together, they truly got it ass backwards. So we cleared that up on the Rock Newman show. And just, if you don't know, me and Soleil met when she was 15. I believe I was 28. All right? It wasn't no love affair, nobody sneaking and creeping and none of that. I looked at her as my little sister, as I've done some of y'all that are on here right now. All right? Taking my rightful place as her big brother, meeting a 15-year-old. I meet young people all the time. All right? So And then seeing her throughout her years growing into the beautiful woman she is today, celebrating her highs and understanding her lows as a woman and as an artist in the industry. Always respected the fact that she got out of the industry to be a mom and a wife and taking care of her children and just doing the damn thing, setting up businesses and doing whatever. That's to be commended and respected. All right. Later on, we met back up again and connected on a different level 27 years later. All right. And those of y'all that understand numerology, understand what that number 9 is. Met in 89, hooked back up in 27 years, hooked up in 27 years later on a different level. So, no, I wasn't waiting around for her to get divorced from, her ex-husband. All right. I don't even want to throw his name in the fray. No, I didn't have my eye on a 15-year-old. No, none of the sick, twisted stuff that some of these idiotic, retarded ass people have been writing. No one was creeping. No one always showed her the highest level of respect. All right. Went on the Rock Newman show and we discussed that and we celebrated black love. We do this thing every week called the Morning Dance, simply because we get up in the morning sometimes and we dance. Sometimes we get up in the morning and we have these deep discussions. Sometimes we get up in the morning and we do kung fu. Sometimes she do yoga and I'm doing some Wing Chun. Sometimes, we do these kind of things getting up. Sometimes we go to the lake, walk the dog, do whatever. All right. But we try to demonstrate to y'all a level of black love that we should show one another. Some brothers have actually saw what we were doing and rekindled their love with their mate or their ex or their whatever. Some of them have found love, found hope in love, which I think is a beautiful thing. There's too much hate going on, especially on social media with black people. I think we should demonstrate. It's a shame you have to explain yourself. Janal, I have to explain not only myself, but I have to explain to those people that dare to be as bold as we are to let y'all into an aspect of our lives. All right? You're right, Bart. It sounds normal to you. It sounds normal to me. But now, going up under the Rock Newman show and looking at some of the comments, going up under the Brother Rich interview I did with him and looking at some of the comments, this is the mindset of our people. All right? Now, I need y'all to keep in mind, and some of you historians may disagree with me. All right? It is this kind of madness and foolishness and self-hatred that brought down kingdoms. The infighting, weakening one another from the interior, allowing an open enemy to come in. And while the infighting was going on, they caught us at our weakest point. All right? And in this case, we're being caught at our weakest point simply because we dare to have these open arguments on these other people's platform and they're watching and listening. So me and Soleil dare to let you in to aspects of our relationship and we embrace everything that comes along. To her parents, my parents, her children, my children, us both being martial artists, us both being MCs, us both being artsy kind of people, us both being vegans. The list goes on and on. And I'm thinking people are viewing this and watching this from the periphery, all right, should celebrate that. Not leave nasty, rude comments. Not that it affected us to the point where we ever going to pull a plug on what we have. That's just not going to happen. Keep in mind that we didn't set this in motion. It was already set in motion 28 years ago. And that's something you, me, Soleil, we didn't know. All right. James Brown was asked during the turbulent 60s, could he help quell the violence in America? The government came to James Brown and asked him, because James Brown had a sway over the people and he was popular. All right. He was asked to quell the violence in the black community at that particular time. James Brown answered them and said, I can't stop something I didn't start. All right. Peace to the God. What's good? So I'm going to read this from the bottom up. All right. It's about 15 of them. So this is the mindset now. One young lady says, makes sense, Queen. They appear to be happy and a beautiful couple. But in some cases, what you've stated is absolutely correct. Highly melanated black women are often overlooked, and it's unhealthy, especially when there is an unfair judgment that it's jealousy. When it is internalized, it's legitimate and legitimate pain. We all need healing, but may the Creator bless their union. Talking about me and Soleil. Now, where she's incorrect is the fact that she's alluding to the fact that me, have overlooked dark-skinned women. Some people on here, my niece, 2 nieces are on here, a couple of personal friends on here that I know, have known the dark-skinned women that I've dealt with. So it wasn't a case me overlooking any dark-skinned women. To leap over 10 of them to find a light-skinned woman. That's just incorrect. All right? I can't mention her name, but if anyone knows a young lady that I dealt, beautiful sister. All right? Damn near my dad's complexion. If anybody know my family, you know my dad is this complexion with straight black hair. All right? Blackfoot Native American. All right? So that in and of itself is just not true. Me and Soleil put pictures up of both of our parents. All right? And people thought her mom was my mom because my mom is lighter than her. You understand what I'm saying? Which proves my point. You're right, Opio. Black is black. All right? So just to clear that up, we're talking about colorism is the conversation now. And I'm being transparent. All right? Jamad said, everybody's entitled to their preference. No, yeah, they are, bruh. But that's not this situation in this case. I don't look and date women because of the external. If Soleil wasn't Soleil and she wasn't bringing the degree of the goddessness that she brings, all right? I'm not a surface kind of dude. All of y'all that know me know I'm not. All right? I'm sure she knows some handsome brothers. I know some beautiful women. So we was just dealing with each other because I got curly hair and she got straight hair and she's pretty and light skin and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, no, that's no real reason to get in a relationship with someone. And y'all should know that. See, some of y'all men are acting like grown males instead of grown men. I've been married twice before. All right? That dealing with somebody on the surface shit is for the birds. Not that I've ever done that. But that's lame and weak. You don't build and bring families together, all right, in the institution of marriage based on you think somebody's cute or fine. All right? Because some of y'all are laying next to that person y'all thought was cute and fine right now, and the looks wore off. And now look what you laying next to. No, brother Shabazz, you're wrong. There's 150,000, 150 million shades of midnight, of black. All right? I could take you through a journey throughout history and show you the different complexions of black, all the way from blonde-haired black over in Tasmania or Australia. All right? I can show you light, bright, damn near white in New Orleans. I can show you jet black, crystal shoe shine black. All right? We have all of the shades in between, but all of them are black. All right? So no. This one says Griff is a typical so-called dark-skinned dude with money. Stop. Both of those are not true. Both of those are not true. I'm not dark-skinned. If only time y'all ever see me, you either see my face or you see my hands. You probably see aspects of my arms, but I'm not that dark. The sun did this. I'm not going to show you my complexion because that woman Soleil teases me all the time. I'm just, no. You can see the members of my family. No. Most of y'all haven't seen me in a bathing suit because you probably never will. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're talking about what you see here, of course, this is beautiful, melanated, black. You understand what I'm saying? Which is a beautiful thing. All right? We should be a beautiful... What's the topic? The topic is colorism, Sonia. Colorism. I want to dispel the BS. You understand what I'm saying? Because my mama was your complexion, Sonia. So in understanding that, he goes on to say he has money, fame, and education. They want a white woman or a white light woman. Nothing new here. What is he going to do when her white daddy shows up at the house? Well, he's on here right now. And what is that supposed to mean? I've been knowing him for 20-something years. So, yeah, of course, we had to get reintroduced to the men that we are now. And, yeah, I'm still pro-black. And pro-black doesn't mean anti-white. Contrary to popular belief, I do have white friends. Him being one of them. So I don't understand the mindset. I truly don't. I'm not going to qualify that or quantify that. All right? There's no need for me to do that. Most of you Negroes and Negresses hear your white friends talk about, hey, I'm not racist, I have black friends. Well, I'm not going to quantify or qualify that by saying I got white friends. Everyone on here that know me know I do. That's just because I'm not one of these kind of individuals. I don't have this brown paper bag thing going on, or you got to be X, Y, and Z to be Professor Griff's friend. There's only one thing that you probably would have to do to be friends with me, because I've had a long list of all friends with all kind of complexions. It's just be yourself and be real. All right? Trust me, most of y'all cannot walk in my size 8 shoe. Because if I'm with any white person, anywhere, no harm will ever come to them, not on my watch. See, most of y'all can't take that stand as far as being in a human situation. I've witnessed on YouTube the other day, a brother in Greece got beat to death by 10 white boys. Peace, Jazz. What's good with you? If the roles were reversed, that's not happening on my watch. It's just not. Sean DeVore is on here. We grew up with white people in the crew. If you are real and you're human, I don't want to see any human being suffering. Plain and simple, on any level. McGregor said he had black friends too. I dealt with that on Brother Rich's show. I don't know what, he also said that he was half black from the waist down. I don't know what kind of black friends he got. But I can bring my white friends on here. I could spend the night at some of my white friends' houses. We're talking about true brotherhood and true friendship. Some of y'all pro-black people on here be like, you like white people? You have white friends? Wow. See, because you think you know me and you really don't. You understand what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with race. You're right, Pata. Race is a social construct. Constructed not by you and I, by those who want to manipulate and control. Back to these retarded people on here. Black is black. Let colorism go. Not all of us. I'm highly disappointed in the brother. What are you disappointed in? Some brother said, why can't he choose a woman that looks like his mom? Well, Soleil is darker than my mother. I'm going to pause on that one. I'm still listening. So you basically saying, I answered that one individual though. I sent him my number, told him to call me. So when he called, I sent him a link and I said, go and look at the coffin text and the pyramid text. All right? Yeah, you're right, Jonathan Rich. Soleil is black. Okay. But when I sent him the clip to look at the hieroglyphs of the women that were depicted on the hieroglyphs in Egypt, in Kemet, yes, Soleil could have easily have been one of those women. You tell me if I'm lying, because I've studied it. I'm sure you've studied it. All right. When Cornel X shed some tears for the man who was at odds with the show, Cornel talked about his humanity, blah 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 blah. They had built. Look, I'm not sure what that means, Richard Thompson. So, all right. So I'm saying to y'all, the majority of what people are seeing on the surface, it just doesn't fit our situation. All right. Now, mind you, we're just going into the mindset of these people. Mixed is not black. I'm going to try not to laugh at this one. You being mixed is not black. Please tell me if you know the history of black people. Who among us is not mixed? If you knew the wholesale rape of black women on the plantation, we're talking 400 and some odd years. Tell me who's not mixed. I'm waiting for the comments under here. So just tell me. You're right, Eddie Parker. When people ask me what am I mixed with, I tell them I'm mixed with black. Exactly. So let's not. And then let me qualify that, Kumani. We were already these complexions before we met white people. All right? We were already black, brown, Clarence, Khalil, Neely. Right, we're all mixed. All right? We were already...
iTunes needs your attention.
We were already black and brown. Already light skin. Already curly hair. Already had straight hair. All right? Already had keen features, sharp nose. All right? The texture of our eyebrows, we had this fine grade of hair. We were already black and brown and these beautiful complexions that we had way before we met white people. All right? You need to go study for real. As a matter of fact, I'm sure I have a book somewhere that I could pass on to one of y'all in case y'all don't know where to start, which some of y'all just don't because you didn't sign up for my class. Start here. The Nile Valley Contributions to Civilization by Anthony T. Browder. All right? I'm not one of those individuals that get on here and rant, run my mouth, whatever. I did an interview today with We Act Radio with Patricia Patton and brother, come on. And every answer I gave resources because I don't want you to go on my word. Study it for yourself. It talks about those people that did go through the process of changing their features to look more European. Me or Soleil didn't do that. All right? The Dendera, the Sky Netcher, Newt, the hieroglyphs is in here. So I know what the people look like then. All right? And it's here in the book. We have statues, monuments on what the people look like and their complexions. And in most cases, this was before we even came in contact with white people. All right? See, but some of y'all don't want to study. That could easily be Soleil. Probably without the locks. So, because you don't study though, you don't understand that particular dynamic. All right? He says mixed is not black. This chick is not a light-skinned black woman. She's mixed. I think that person was just retarded. I can't even go and finish reading that. Biracial women are black, another one person said. Peace, Susie. The one-drop rule is still in effect and always will be. Not a balanced comparison. You're right, it's not a balanced comparison because it doesn't compare. All right? Now, I've heard all of the argument about colorism. All right? Can I ask y'all a question, though? Roll your mind back about 100 years. Not even that long. When white supremacists and the KKK and some of these splinter groups came to get your behind, Clarence Khalil Neely said, who is Soleil? Google her name, the rapper Soleil. All right? When they came to get you, to lynch you, or to burn you, did they ask you for an ID card and to figure out? Peace, Brother Mike. What's good? Did they come and ask you for an ID card? But now you on here saying that those of us that are on the front line and we're supposed to be pro-black, why do we have to choose the complexion of women that we choose? I'm saying to you, where is the list of women that we got to choose from? I'm trying to understand that mindset. If I chose a woman that looked like my mom, then yeah, I have that woman. Yeah. Michael Williams is on here. You understand what I'm saying? He know what Miss Griffin looked like. So I'm trying to understand that. Said Professor Griff is using the mind game to justify him being with nothing but biracial women. Oh, I can answer that. And Mike is on here and my two nieces are on here. You can go back and check the track record if you have to. All right. So I really don't know. Yeah, should I roll back to high school, Mike, on them, or Yolanda and some of the other women that I've dealt with, dark skin with big afros, and I guess I won't go there. So I guess so, but I'm sure this woman is with, is not calling herself a black woman. Yeah, ever since I've known Soleil at the age 15, she's been calling her black woman because her mama was black. So I don't understand that. Kai says, I wouldn't have a problem if Professor Griff didn't hide the white women that he had. Now, I've never in my life dealt with a white woman like that. I just don't. Yeah. Marva. No, Marva's my sister. I don't know what you're talking about, Clarence. Yeah. I don't. To be honest, black women, I hear more black women complaining about black men marrying white women than vice versa. We both need to get it together. Well, I got it together. Yeah. It says they don't see beauty in a woman who has the same skin as them. Yeah, here we go with this whole skin thing again. If you roll your mind back to the plantation, we're talking about plantation politics now. When we were made to go into our kinfolk and women go into women to produce babies for the slave master, all right? But because the slave master had access to the women, our women, sisters, brother, aunties, nieces, and black women didn't have control of their own bodies. Yes, it did produce generations of other looking women, so to speak. But you can go to the Sand people in Africa who had no contact with white people and they're light skinned. How did that happen? You need to be a vibrational match, not skin complexion. Thank you, Larissa Camp. I really appreciate that. Because the universe speaks in vibrations, not in English, and definitely not on the surface. Definitely not. All right. Soleil is half black and half Native American. Now, you fake conscious Negroes don't like Native American? Okay. hypocrites can find justice for all their actions. Mulattoes are not black. I couldn't finish listening to this. He should just do his thing and quit explaining. Well, it was an interview. I was being interviewed about the Rock Newman show. Me and Soleil sitting across from Rock Newman, who's light, bright, and damn near white, but he's black. So it's up to you to get around and over and through colorism, not for us. The last family reunion I went to, oh, my sister just popped on here. The last family reunion I went to, peace, Sherb, was good. I was just explaining about Louise Griffin and the Warners and the, about the complexion of the women in the family. It's just one of those kind of situations. If anyone out there know my daughter, Takia, or my daughter Issa, I'm not going to say Khalil and Naila because they look Ethiopian and y'all think they from a different country. But if you used to look at my daughter Takia, you would swear she's one of these biracial children, but she's not. Me and her mom are black. But her mom having two light-skinned parents produced her being light-skinned. So we have to kind of grow up, so to speak, because this may be the thing that Open Enemy used the Willie Lynch letter reenacted, remixed now, and to use this to come against us, to pull us apart. We're talking about colorism. All right? We're talking about colorism. This one says, this one got me. I had to admit, I had to sit back in my seat on this one. Griff spoke like a black Hitler at one point. It's good for him. He got a white woman to calm him down. That's what you don't lend any energy to. That's just way, way to the left. So, Hitler, I've killed no one. I've put no one in ovens. I didn't amass my crew to go track down people to kill them and nope. Not at all. Anybody white that you know that I know, ask them what kind of treatment did they get from me. All right? Either as friends or a distant friend or whatever. All right? Anyone. We're taught in the Nation of Islam. We respect everyone, regardless of their complexion. All right? Yup. A lot of our own people have racism and colorism issues. The sad part is just like the racist whites. These black people think their colorism is cool. Colorism is a symptom of their BS, so to speak. Black people are not true to themselves. All right? If they studied their history, they would know that we're all mixed. This gentleman said, it's so refreshing to see two genuine and authentic black people in a healthy and loving relationship. Hashtag black love. Professor is all about talk. He sure don't practice what he preach. I've offered you money to come prove me wrong. I've offered you money on the religious tip. Raven says Soleil is an intelligent, nurturing black woman. And yes, she is. I've offered you. And I said I would be quiet if you could come prove what I'm saying to be incorrect. You don't serve me. I serve you. And I told the brothers and the sisters, if you find me saying something incorrect, out of line, come pull my coat. All of y'all have my phone number. 678-557-2919. I love you, Griff, but you're reaching hard with this one. There is a major difference between a light-skinned black person and a biracial person. I need help with this one. Please help me. 678-557-2919. Black is a state of mind, not a shade of your complexion. Deeper than that, Richard, black is the essence to all of the colors. It's that black melanated key to life that we all come from. The universe sits in a black womb. I don't mean to get too deep, but this is what it really is. None of us can escape black. I don't care if you got a black law dictionary or whatever it is that you're reading from. None of us can escape black. We sat there in our mother's womb in darkness. All of our internal organs aligned with melanin, the black key to life, the black substance. All right? We hear how we hear because melanin lines the ears. All right? We taste how we taste as dark melanated people because melanin is in the mouth. All right? The most sensitive areas of the body are dark because those are filled with highly concentrated melanin. And we're sensitive. All right? And we need to understand that. We have soul and rhythm because we're highly melanated people. All right? Reg White, you right. Melanin, almost $400 a gram. But it's white people that's taking these melanin pills. All right? I think the question is here, a mixed person. I think the question here is a mixed person is black. You will get a different answer from different people. Is a mixed person black? Well, I tell you what. Why don't y'all put that to the test the next time the police pull you over? There are some people now, and I'm not trying to call y'all out because I know y'all listening, that want black people to now go and pay money to fill out an application to change your classification to white. Stop the bullshit. The cop gonna look at your driver's license and be like, nigga, you are not fucking white. Stop the foolishness. See, what you're doing is you're running from the pressure of racism, white supremacy that it puts on us being black people. Michael Vick, you a fucking idiot. Saying that Colin Kaepernick need to cut his hair. To please fucking who? You don't find them white boys cutting their hair to please somebody in the NFL? Stop that, man. Next, you're going to be asking him to get a dick shrinkage because some white people don't like black men being well hung in the NFL? Fuck out of here with that. I know cops do. I'm speaking from a relationship aspect. Who cares if a person is light-skinned or dark-skinned? Love doesn't see color. God is not judging who we date or marry. We are judging them. This person said, I grew up with Soleil in Kansas City, Missouri. Trust me, she's all black mentally. She's a real sister. I'm telling you, she the truth. And she wasn't a thought. Her dad was I call him a John Brown type white man. Real talk. LOL. That's somebody from Kansas City. Somebody referred me to Surah 44. I can't stand this colorism BS. I'm starting to think it's more detrimental than racism. No, racism is the umbrella. Colorism, fascism, Nazism, neocolonialism, all of those fall up under the system of racism, white supremacy. And I want to add one. Leave me the fuck aloneism. Funny how y'all come here with that colorism in the comment section of the Rock Newman show. Is he too light-skinned to be pro-black? Was Huey Newton too light-skinned? Was Phil Valentine too light-skinned? Was W.E.B. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington, Elaine Brown, Kathleen Cleaver? Come on now. Was Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? Come on, what's too light-skinned? I'm not getting it. I'm just not getting it. So you mean to tell me someone of Soleil's complexion can't speak for the hurt masses of our people? You got a sick ass problem. Yeah, I said it 3 times for morning, noon, and night for you motherfuckers. Sick ass problem. Bob Marley, who most of y'all revere, all right, was light-skinned. So you just take everything that Bob Marley gave us and throw it out of the window. I take it. No. 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 Can I say something right here? And kind of like going out on the limb for most of you sensitive Negroes? I did the history and the study of Coonan. Step and fetch it ass Negroes. Most of them are dark-skinned. Talk to me. I'm going to wait on that one. Malcolm X was not dark. He was lighter than milk. Peace, Wit. What's good, man? Headed back to the ATL in a minute, bro. We got you. Come on, talk to me. I'm waiting for your answer. We're the only people who act like light skin is a different race. You're right. It's not. I'm not with the one drop rule. All right? But white people will show you in a heartbeat who's black and who's not. Put it to the test. Put it to the test. We're talking about colorism here on Sirius Mindz RNTV on Facebook Live. To be honest with you, someone had to pull my coat and remind me that this conversation still exists. I thought we grew the fuck up and got beyond this. I really did. I just didn't think that this was still an issue because I've sat at the feet and studied from. I put my 2 books together, Psychological Covert War, Hip Hop Book 1 and Book 2. And I've studied under white people. I don't have a problem with that. I extract and get knowledge from the cradle to the grave. One thing I am going to say before I get off this conversation tonight, I respect everyone, every human being, regardless of your complexion. Plain and simple. All right? I don't have this prejudgment thing going on, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. It's the substance of the individual that I care most about. All right? So I gotta, you're right. Richard Thompson said in the movie The Spook Who Sat by the Door, there was a character named Pretty Willie. He looked like a white boy, but he was black. All right? But they was able to utilize his color to achieve an objective. True. So we have to understand this particular dynamic and how it works. If you're still under that mindset that we're going to dismiss everyone that's not, I don't know, whose complexion, how do we judge it? I don't even know how to judge it. Because if I was to do that, I got to dismiss my auntie Glendora, my mom, who was light, my sister Sherby, who's on here. Whew, and I can go through the list of the people in the family. Carl Simpson, Aunt Carol, hell, 4 of my children. So, I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that for y'all. Yeah, so, Pearlies don't say that Becky isn't white because she has a year-round South Beach tan. Thanks, Sean. So I just hope this small little talk can bring us back to black and put us back on the path so we can continue to doing the things that we need to do. Trust me. There was a funny conversation that we were having. It said, what if there was a law enacted that we have black land, white land, and then that land in between for everyone that just want to mix up? Which land would you go to? You understand what I'm saying? There are some white people out there that don't like white people. All right? That understand the game and the trick. All right? That it's truly not about this. All right? You can ask dermatologists. You can ask doctors that that's what the conversation was, black land. If there could be such a place, they're going to create black land, and everyone that wanted to move and go there, and we're just all black people, and I guess there's a complexion test that you got to take, I guess. I don't know. All right? Yeah. So, I don't know. Can we get deep for just a second? I'm saying to y'all, if the races keep mixing up on a genetical level, white people will disappear. So it would behoove them to be mindful and careful of that. This is some of your thinking. And some of y'all are actually thinking this. All right? But now, the birth rate of whites, especially here in America and throughout the globe, is on a decline. Shaliqua and the rest of them in the projects, and wherever black people live, we having babies like... Oh, you follow what I'm saying? So we have to understand this particular dynamic. The genetic material that lies in the testicles of the black man can successfully annihilate white people. They knew this because when they circumnavigated the globe, they came in contact with black people and they saw that we've colored the entire race of them after being raped by white men. All right? This is a very real dynamic, and we need to study Dr. Francis Cress Welsing's work. At the same time, study Dr. Joy Leary, Dr. Joy DeGroove's work. All right? Study Linnaeus and the rest of these people. Darwin. See the movie and the documentary film Ma'afa 21. All right? Ma'afa 21. And study Eugene Adams' work. Africans in Asia. All right? I hope this conversation... Yeah, Shaliqua. That's just a name I made up. I don't really know a Shaliqua. I think I have a niece named Shaniqua. But I'm saying, in most cases, we should not connect married people and start having families just because they look pretty on the surface. Stop that, man. Brothers and sisters, I don't care how you think I look. All of this will fade. If that woman is not with me to deal with the substance of the man, then, yeah, she already know. It is what it is. All right? All right. It is 9:59, and as y'all know, I got to do this thing with Brother Rich at 11. All right? I really, truly wanted to talk about Michael Vick and R. Kelly. I don't know what's going to happen next week, but that we need to thoroughly wring that out, man. And I just want to say for the record, shame on you, Michael Vick. You went out like Ray Lewis and the rest of these cooning ass Negroes. All right? One day, man. One day. We're going to have to entertain you Negroes, man. For real. Seriously. Because you selling out your people and being a traitor to your people, and this is not coming from me. It's punishable, man, by death in some cases and in some cultures. The culture you live in right here in America, you can't be a traitor to America and live. They will kill you. Why do you think that dude that turned whistleblower had to go to Russia. They don't play that in America. Y'all all know, everyone that has heard me speak, y'all know I love, absolutely love, admire, and adore Winnie Mandela. Snowden, right. Snowden had to pack up and go to Russia. So I'm saying to y'all, Winnie Mandela had the right idea in mind. All right? Study how she handled her traitors. All right? As a matter of fact, you ain't even got to go that damn far. Study how America handles her traitors. All right? No longer are you going to be allowed to go on white people's networks to sit and mix with the bobbleheads and talk about and disgrace our people. Then talk about our people. All right? We're going to come visit you in a minute. I know some of you are saying, Griff, you sounding kind of tough. I'm not trying to play the tough guy routine. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not. All right? But one day, there's going to be someone born at 5:30 in the afternoon on August 1st that have in his head and in his heart and in his mind on how to deal with you Negroes that want to sell your people out. $1.55. And there's some brothers I know, some are on here and some not, all right, that will move at a moment's notice to deal with you Negroes, man. I don't ever want to see a day that some of you Negroes put that to the test. Don't do that. 'Cause I'm not cut from that cloth that you think I'm cut from. All right? Plain and simple. And some of you well-dressed, bootlicking Uncle Tom handkerchief head Negroes can report this to Facebook or whoever you want to tell. Be my guest. Matter of fact, give Facebook my phone number. 678-557-2919. All right? Anyway, that's it for tonight. That's colorism. I don't really ever want to have that conversation. Each individual, y'all work out that Willie Lynch chip in you. All right? I got mine in check. All right? Soleil, if you're watching, I love you to life. You already know that. And we need to get out of the habit of saying I love you to death. You understand what I'm saying? I love you to somebody else's damn death. All right? I love you to life. And regardless of what these imps and these Negroes have put, mind you, it's all black people on here with the comments. All right? Don't worry about that. I love you. And guess what, brothers and sisters? I love you in spite of you not even loving your black self. All right? This is Professor Griff, man. I got to go. Revolution is not an event. It's a process. This is Professor Griff, man. I'm out. Peace.